Y'all, this piece was infested. Hey family, welcome back to the channel for yet another furniture makeover. So if you're new here, I wanted to say welcome. My name is Ebony and I encourage you to hit that subscribe button because we are on the road to 10K and I just know that you're going to love it here. Now, in today's video, I'm going to get behind the scenes of what can actually happen in the furniture flipping industry, what I would do differently to prevent this going forward, and how you can manage this if it happens to you. Now, with that being said, we're going to get right into this video. Okay, let's start from the beginning. So the day that my husband and I went to go pick up this piece, I did see a black widow on the bottom. I wasn't really too freaked out because I see spiders on furniture all the time. So we get it home, I spray it down real good, and that's when I see the roach zoom across. Now this freaks me out because I actually brought home something very similar when I first started flipping furniture, and it was so bad that we had to hire out a technician. So I do remember asking him, what do I do in the event that this happens again? He said, you want to suffocate it by wrapping everything in plastic for at least a week. Well, I don't have the saran wrap furniture wrap plastic. I only have loose Dollar Tree store plastic. So I just tried to make do there. However, there was no suffocation happening. So I looked it up, and a roach can survive up to a month without food, and they can also survive off of things like particle board and wood chips, things that this piece is basically made up of. So I got really nervous about that. And I did some more research and I found that they can only survive up to a week without water. So a few weeks go by and I came back to get started. I saw some activity and that really freaked me out. So I got this bait, I put it in the plastic, and this eliminates the problem to the nest. So I'm going to roll the tape and show you guys what activity I seen the very same night. Now, y'all probably think I'm crazy. I'm not crazy. Look, do you see that? That is a roach. That's a roach. I put this poison in here, and there's another one. Right, can you see that? Right there. Do you see him up there? That's a roach. There was another one. This thing is infested, y'all. You see this? Look, a roach. A roach. Oh my God. Let me talk lower, because I'm loud. But they're getting the poison. The poison is working. I wasn't sure because I read the instructions after I put it in there. You see that? Look at that. I'm trying to, hold on. I'm having to use my husband's phone to give you guys the light. You see that? This thing gonna have to go to the landfill. Oh my God, I'm so like, I don't even know how to feel. That's insane. Look at that. Crawling straight to the poison. They're in there. This would have infested our entire garage. It would have been 2020 all over again. Kidding me? Are you kidding me? Terrifying. They're in there. Look, right there. Like they just had babies. So, see, because if I don't find them, then I'm gonna be like, where'd they go? Okay, so as you saw, I called in some reinforcement to help me unveil this piece. And honestly, I didn't see anything just right away. I do find some evidence here shortly, but it wasn't like what I expected to see. It wasn't too bad when we first unwrapped it. Now, let me give you a little bit further backstory. Now, this piece was listed on Facebook Marketplace for $120. Okay, selling roaches is crazy, but listen, it was marked down to, I think, $20, and that's when I reached out. And by that point, the guy was like, "Oh, it's already outside. You're welcome to come pick it up. It's by the dumpster." So here's one thing to look out for. I told you guys I was going to give you some tips to just know what to keep an eye out for so that this doesn't happen to you. You want to look for droppings. I remember when I worked at Rasputin Music. Many of you might be too young to even remember that. I'm getting up in age now, but we used to buy back DVDs from our customers, and corporate gave us a call and they said, we have to look out for droppings at this point. So it's going to look like black dots everywhere. And I tell you, this was all over this piece. I started thinking maybe I shouldn't even sell this or flip this after all. But here we are. So I made sure to be very thorough with the cleaning process. I just used soapy water. I did it several times over. Now I'm vacuuming the bottom, and next I'm going to remove the base. Now I was really on the fence about this decision. Ultimately, my goal was to keep the base and add wooden legs underneath. Something similar to how my inspo artist, she kept the base and she added metal legs. Well, I don't have the right tools to make all of that happen. I really think I need to invest in a Craig jig. But until then, I had to make a decision and I chose to remove the base and add wooden legs. And also, I just want to mention that this piece is only 28 inches tall. So that's why I have to do something about the height. A standard dresser is typically 30 inches. So I think honestly, this is a bottom to a hutch, but it definitely needs some height. Okay, it's day 2 of work. I want to remove these doors and this gold trim. And I don't know if it's easier to do them while they're attached or to take them off the hinges first and then try to remove the trim. I just kind of play around and try a few different things, but I don't think we need these. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, so I just want to explain what's happening. There is a trim that's kind of underneath the gold trim, and right now it doesn't really look great. I'm going to caulk it so that it looks like it's a part of the door, and I think that'll work. Um, we're going to see. Yeah. So I wanted to go ahead and keep this footage in here, but I want you to know that ultimately I hated the way that this came out. I just don't do a good job at caulking. I've never have. And I know there was a couple of flips prior to this, well, a few flips prior that I did use caulk and I hated it. And I was like, let me see it through to the end. And when I get done with the paint, I'll probably like it. And I hated it even more. And I remember telling myself, I'll never do that to myself again. And it just doesn't represent me well. And so you should know that this is not staying, but this is just a part of my process. I tried it, it did not work. We'll fix it later. So now it's time to get into the legs. So I chose these on Amazon specifically for the way that they are designed. I love how it has that little inset right there around the screw, as you saw. That way it can lay nice and flush to the piece. So the first thing I want to do is create a template. That way I know where to drill my holes. I definitely recommend that you do this. It worked out really well for me. So that was nice and simple. And then I'm going to go ahead and drill my holes. It does come with a bit. So you really don't need any additional supplies aside from your drill. Okay, so once the holes are drilled, you're going to add the brackets, attach them with the screws provided, and then you can screw in the legs. Now I'm just going to scuff sand the entire piece with a 120 grit sandpaper. You will notice that I'm going to do the inside and the outside this time around. Once you get the primer on your piece, you can definitely see any imperfections. So I did notice that the side of this needed some grain filling. This is just a little hack that I learned from another flipper a while back, but you can just make a paste using wood filler and water and go over it all over, just smear it on there. Truthfully, I could have made this a little bit more wet, but it still got the job done. You want to help me, Jaden?
Do I need to put a shirt on?
Yeah.
What, Tim? Nah, I really don't. I could just. Like this?
Sure, Jade.
Like this?
Yeah.
Okay. Like that.
Right there. There. So I picked up some wooden dowels from Walmart. I got 10 of them. They were 54 cents each. Now, the reason I'm doing this in reverse order is because I just ordered this dowel cutter, wood cutter, and it just arrived today, like shortly a few minutes before I'm filming this. So I had to do it in this order, but it will be fine. So when you make your first cut, this one I want to go in that top left corner. So basically, I want it to be cut like in the shape of the line of a W. Like if you're going to draw a W, we want that angle. That's the angle we want for this top corner. So then we're going to mark the dowel and we're going to cut it in the opposite direction to go in this corner. So we're going to flip that angle to the opposite side in the direction of the outer line of a W, like that last corner of a W. I hope I'm being clear. That's the only way I could think to describe it. So they're 45-degree angles, by the way, and I'm just going to cut this side. And then you might have to cut it a little bit shorter if it's too long, but just keep working with it. It got easier towards the end, but I still have some work to do with this tool for sure. Okay, so now I'm just going to sand back all of the wood filler. For the doors, I'm using a 400 grit sandpaper and a sanding pad. And then on the actual piece, I'm going to use a 120 grit sandpaper. If you are enjoying this video or if you've learned anything new, I encourage you to go ahead and hit the like button and the hype button. It really helps me out. And of course, I would love it if you join the family. Don't be alarmed. This paint has been sitting on the shelf for probably a couple of years now. This color is absolutely stunning, but first let me just say this is Evil Eclipse. It's a Dunn Edwards brand. And okay, now getting back to the color, this color is also, I believe, a Dunn Edwards color. It's been a long time, so I'll have to kind of do some research and find out exactly. But I want to say this. I took the paint to get color matched to the color and I brought it home. I did not like it. I took the paint can back to the store and had him remix it to make it a darker color. So even if I put the color in the description box, just know it might be, this is more of a custom color because the formula was already mixed. Okay, so here I am just showing you that my paint sprayer had a small malfunction. I knew this was going to happen because I just did a deep clean on this paint sprayer where I took everything apart, scrubbed everything down, put everything back together. And I don't always do it that way. Sometimes I just flush it with, the paint sprayer solution. So nonetheless, I just want to say this is my favorite paint sprayer of all time right now. And I encourage you to check it out because I think it might be getting discontinued. I've been having a hard time linking it for you guys. I can only find it at select places. It's only sold at Lowe's, but like only select stores will have it in stock. So just check it out if you have a 20-gallon air compressor or larger. Be sure to check out the card linked above. That video is the first time I ever used this paint color, and that dresser transformation is one of my favorite makeovers to date. I think you'll really enjoy it, so be sure to check that one out after you're done watching this one. Listen, are you kidding me? Do y'all see this stunning wallpaper and paint combo? I cannot get over how gorgeous this is. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I had this idea to do like a peekaboo on the inside where it has this beautiful wallpaper, and I think it's gonna be stunning. I don't know yet. I haven't like put everything together in real time as I'm doing this voiceover. I have not seen the reveal yet. So I'm just as excited as you guys are, but we are nearing the end. So all that's left to do is to finish up this wallpaper, add my hardware, and add my scripture to the piece. So one quick tip, whenever you're gonna add wallpaper on the inside, you want the wallpaper to overlap wherever your shelf lands. That way it looks like one seamless piece in the inside. So with that being said, I want to remind you where this piece started, and I really hope you enjoy this furniture makeover transformation. Let's get into this reveal.